Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the TTPS weekly press briefing. I am Acting Senior Superintendent Joanne Archie. In the Port of Spain Division, around 2 p.m. on the 3rd of March 2015, PCT3, along with a party of officers attached to the Interagency Task Force, were on mobile patrol in the Laventil area, where several searches were carried out at abandoned structures and bushy areas. Whilst patrolling the La Palme Street and Eastern Quarry areas, the officers found 150 grams of marijuana in an abandoned structure and 87 packets of marijuana, which weighed 73 grams, hidden in a bushy area. A total of 224 grams of marijuana was seized with a street value of $3,360. PC Belingi and PC Garcia are continuing inquiries. Again in the Port of Spain Division, around 6:30 a.m. on the 4th of March 2015, Sergeant Bruno, PC White, and WPC Francois, along with a party of officers attached to the Port of Spain Task Force, were on mobile patrol in the St. Anne's area when they found and seized 4 kilograms of compressed marijuana with a street value of $60,000, one .380 pistol, and 5 rounds .38 ammunition. No one was arrested. Inquiries are continuing. This exercise was coordinated by Acting ASP Smith. In the Western Division, around 2:10 p.m. on the 2nd of March 2015, PC Henry, along with a party of officers attached to the Western Division Rapid Response Unit, were on mobile patrol along Creek, Upper Daybell Road, Long Circular, St. James, when they saw a man acting in a suspicious manner. The officers approached the man, who resisted and ran away, dropping a 500A shotgun outfitted with a scope, flashlight, and laser, together with 13 rounds 12-gauge ammunition. Inquiries into this seizure are also continuing. And in the Southern Division, between the hours of 12 midnight to 8 a.m. on the 3rd of March 2015, Sergeant Passad, along with a party of officers attached to the Southern Division Task Force, conducted an exercise in the San Fernando district. During the exercise, 11 persons were arrested in connection with robberies which occurred in the San Fernando district. Investigations are also continuing. For the week in review, the following is the state of these divisions. There's a Southern Division, and I'm speaking of the period the 22nd to the 28th of February 2015. Southern Division, 27 fixed penalty notices were issued for various traffic violations. 14 persons were arrested for driving under the influence. 1.38 pistol and 1 homemade shotgun, along with 3 rounds .380 ammunition, 1 round 12-gauge ammunition, and 12 20-gauge ammunition was seized. 96 warrants were executed, and a total of 68 persons were arrested for various offenses. In the Central Division, for the period 22nd to the 1st of March 2015, 110 fixed penalty notices were issued for various traffic violations. 1 Black 6 Sawyer 9mm pistol and 9 rounds 9mm ammunition was seized. 29 warrants were executed, and a total of 95 persons were arrested for various offenses. And with respect to the jewelry pawn shop investigation, on Monday, the 23rd of February 2015, the Criminal Investigation Department received a report pertaining to the breaking of more money jewelry and pawn shop. This is located at 40 to 42 Henry Street, Port of Spain. It was noted a quantity of jewelry with an estimated value of $10 million was stolen. The perpetrators, approved to be well organized, where a hole was cut in the concrete floor above the vault of the pawn shop, and also welding equipment were used to open the various cabinets. Immediately, an investigation was launched, headed by Acting Senior Supt Jacob, coordinated by Acting ASP WP Winchester, Inspector Craig, and Corporal Williams, who is in charge of the CID operational unit. The investigation involved coordination with crime scene unit of the CID, the cybercrime personnel, crime analysts, and the main investigator, PC Leela. During the period, several search warrants were executed and a total of 10 persons were arrested. This extensive investigation also resulted in the recovery of one stolen vehicle, which was used in the jewelry break-in. In addition, several hardware tools and equipment, clothing, electronic items, and jewelry were seized. The jewelry recovered was identified as jewelry stolen from the More Money pawn shop to the value of $1.4 million. This jewelry was found buried in the yard of two of the suspects. Also, other items seized were identified as stolen items from the American stores located at number 1 Henry Street, Port of Spain, on the 22nd of January 2015. L.S. Brown Hardware, located on Charlotte Street, Port of Spain, on the 10th of February 2015, and also accessories stolen from Just CDs, an accessory store located at Park Street, Port of Spain. So what I'm saying is there are several other offenses that were detected and were solved in this investigation. 4 persons were charged for breaking of the jewelry store and other break-ins that recently occurred. 4 persons were charged for possession of marijuana, and 1 person is to be charged for larceny of motor vehicles. These persons will appear before the Port of Spain Magistrate Court today, and investigations are still continuing into these matters. Ladies and gentlemen, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, we have a concern as it relates to pedestrian fatalities. The Traffic and Highway Patrol Branch Statistical Unit of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has recorded a 25% increase in road traffic deaths involving pedestrians. So far in 2015, when compared to the same period last year. Of the 19 road deaths for 2015, 13 of the victims were pedestrian, representing 69% of the total road traffic fatalities. There were 32 road fatalities for the same 2-month period in 2014, 7 of which involved pedestrians. In the month of February, pedestrians accounted for 9 out of the 10 road fatalities, or 90% of road traffic deaths. In view of the alarming statistics, the TTPS urges motorists to reduce the speed at which they are driving their vehicles, particularly when in the vicinity of pedestrians, both on the main roads and on the highways. Of interest is the fact that 50% of the pedestrians' deaths involve persons over the age of 50, while 37% involve persons 65 years and above. 25% of the pedestrian deaths occurred on the highways and within close proximity to walkovers. Most pedestrians were killed between the hours of 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. That accounts for 30%, and 4 a.m. and 7 a.m., 35%. And over 50% of pedestrian deaths occurred on weekends. Pedestrians are reminded that they should not attempt to cross highways except using walkovers, and more so at nights, when it becomes more difficult to be seen by the drivers. Pedestrians should also only cross a road when they have a clear path. If ever one must run to cross in front of approaching vehicle, then it is too dangerous to attempt to cross. You are advised to wait until the roadway is clear of oncoming vehicles. We would also wish to remind drivers of the importance of reducing their speed around pedestrians, both on the main roads and on the highways. And some simple pedestrian safety reminders. We advise again, always use walkovers for crossing highways. Cross streets at intersections. Use signals and crosswalks where they are available. Make eye contact with the drivers before crossing in front of them. Make sure they see you. Look right, left, and right again before crossing, and these are simple tips that we were taught since we were attending primary school. Use sidewalks wherever they are available. Remember, crossing a road at night is more dangerous as it is more difficult to driver to see you, and only cross again when the roadway is clear. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my presentation, and I will now open the floor for any questions you may have.
Ms. Archie, yesterday, Dr. Rowley said that, well, he slammed the police service for how they're dealing with the Dana Sitahal's murder. Because he said he doesn't understand how the media was able to get these emails with her about her tip for the AG, and the police service does not even have her computer in their possession to get on with the investigation. And he thinks that the police service does not want to solve this murder.
We have said and time again with respect to that investigation that the police were following all leads. They were dealing with that matter dealing with that investigation as a matter of urgency. And I'm still saying now that the investigation is still undergoing, and until such time that it has come to fruition, we would make a statement.
But what is the reason why you all don't have her computer in your possession?
Well, I wouldn't comment on that. All I would say is that the investigations are continuing at a pace, and until such time that we have further information, we will release it.
Sticking on that for now, how long do you expect that this investigation will take? Because there was some reports in the media about 2 weeks ago that the investigation is close to completion.
You heard that in the media, that it's close to completion?
Yes.
What I would say is that the investigation is still undergoing, and until such time, we would make a release. A release was done sometime last week, and I stick by what was released then.
Going back to an older matter now, yesterday a release was sent concerning the email gate investigation. The release said that the files were plentiful, right? I know that the TTPS has other investigation, but this was, at the point in time, was given priority. What is the latest now, today, with that investigation? Have the TTPS gone through the documents, and if so, what has been unveiled?
Well, that release was made yesterday, and I stand by what was released then.
Nothing changed.
Nothing has changed.
Haven't even looked at it as yet?
The investigation is ongoing.
And some other older matters. What is the latest with the I don't want to call him the whining officer, but the officer who was engaged in some questionable dance moves at a fete earlier on this month, or earlier on this month? That
is also ongoing.
He hasn't been charged or anything, any disciplinary action hasn't been taken against him as yet?
Not to my information.
So he's still currently on duty?
As far as I know.
No suspension, nothing?
Not to my information.
Okay. Two other matters. There have been reports of a missing court files from the Office of Attorney Gerald Ramdeen. I believe this was reported to the police. What is the latest with that investigation?
Court file missing from...
Missing documents that were allegedly found in the office of Gerald Ramdeen.
Well, as far as I'm aware, that the statement was also released on that. Yes, a statement was released by the commissioner on that issue.
How long ago was that?
Just a few days ago.
You know, and finally, the investigation involving Mr. David West and Anand Ramlogan and Mr. Gary Griffith alleging witness tampering. What's the latest with that investigation?
Well, I am not aware. I have no updates on an investigation, that investigation you speak of.
So there is no investigation into that?
I cannot answer that question.
Has a report been made to the TTPS, as far as you know, that Anand Ramlogan allegedly engaged in witness tampering?
I'm not sure. I do not have that information.
Well, as far as my memory serves me, Mr. West did make a report to the TTPS, and the commissioner himself...
Oh, you are speaking of a report made by Mr. West, because you're speaking of two different things here.
Well, is it witness tampering?
You are speaking of a report made by Mr. West.
Yes.
As far as I am concerned, the investigation is continuing with that.
In that, and nothing to deal with witness tampering.
And a report made by Mr. West, I think an investigation would produce whatever has happened in that report.
And that investigation is ongoing?
It is.
And could you update us, besides ongoing, has anyone been interviewed? Has the former Attorney General been questioned in relation to the information given by Mr. West?
No, I don't have any updates on that investigation.